Every living being on Earth has a purpose, and animals are among the most essential. From the tiniest insect to the mightiest elephant, animals keep the planet's systems alive and in balance. Yet, many of us overlook how deeply our lives depend on them. Today, let's explore the incredible roles animals play in our environment, how they sustain life, protect ecosystems, and even help fight climate change. Because to understand nature, we must first understand the creatures that keep it working. Let's begin with one of the smallest but most powerful groups, the pollinators. Bees, butterflies, birds, and bats. These creatures are the reason we have so much of the food we eat every day. About 75% of the world's flowering plants and around 35% of global food crops depend on animal pollination. Every time a bee visits a flower, it transfers pollen that allows fruits, nuts, and vegetables to grow. Without pollinators, crops like coffee, cocoa, apples, and almonds could disappear. Imagine a world without fruits or without flowers in our gardens. Pollinators also support biodiversity. They keep plant species thriving, which feeds herbivores, which in turn feed carnivores. But pollution, pesticides, and climate change are causing their numbers to decline. Protecting pollinators means protecting the very foundation of our food chain. When animals eat fruits, they often carry seeds far from where they were eaten, in their stomachs, fur, or beaks. Birds drop seeds as they fly, monkeys scatter them across jungles, and elephants spread them over kilometers. These animals are the gardeners of the earth. Scientists estimate that over 90% of tropical tree species rely on animals to disperse their seeds. This simple act allows forests to regrow after fires, logging, or drought. Without these seed carriers, forests would age and die out. Soil would erode, rivers would dry up, and carbon dioxide levels would rise, worsening global warming. Every tree that grows from an animal-dispersed seed becomes a home for countless other species, insects, birds, and mammals. In short, animals are the silent architects of the world's forests. Some animals don't just live in ecosystems, they build and shape them. These are called ecosystem engineers. Think about elephants. As they travel, they knock down trees, creating open spaces where new plants can grow. During dry seasons, they dig holes in the ground to find water, holes that later become life-saving water sources for other species. Beavers are another example. When they build dams, they create ponds and wetlands. These wetlands become rich habitats for birds, fish, and insects. Even termites, often seen as pests, play a key role. Their mounds improve soil structure and increase water retention, helping plants grow in dry areas. Without these animal engineers, many landscapes would collapse. They maintain biodiversity, regulate water flow, and make the environment livable, not just for animals, but for us too. Predators are often misunderstood as dangerous, but they are crucial to keeping ecosystems healthy. Wolves, lions, tigers, sharks, they all help regulate prey populations. If herbivores grow too numerous, they overgraze and destroy vegetation. This leads to soil erosion, less food for other species, and even changes in local climate. A powerful example comes from Yellowstone National Park in the United States. For nearly 70 years, wolves were extinct there. During that time, deer populations exploded, forests were destroyed, and rivers began to erode. When wolves were reintroduced in 1995, something incredible happened. The deer population fell to a healthy level, trees regrew, and birds returned. Even riverbanks stabilized because vegetation came back. Predators are not the villains of nature, they are the guardians of balance. Without them, ecosystems fall apart. Now let's move underground, to the decomposers, the quiet workers of the earth. When plants and animals die, decomposers like earthworms, fungi, and bacteria break them down into nutrients. These nutrients return to the soil, feeding plants and starting a cycle of life all over again. Without decomposers, dead material would pile up, the soil would become poor, and new plants couldn't grow. Earthworms, for example, constantly mix and aerate the soil, making it rich and fertile. Fungi connect plant roots through underground networks. Scientists call it the Wood Wide Web, helping trees share nutrients and even communicate. So even the smallest life forms have massive importance. They are nature's recyclers, turning death into new life. Life on Earth also depends on what happens beneath the ocean surface. Marine animals regulate the planet's temperature, carbon levels, and even the air we breathe. Whales, for example, play a huge role in fighting climate change. Each whale can store up to 33 tons of carbon in its body. When it dies and sinks to the ocean floor, that carbon stays locked away for centuries. Fish and crustaceans help clean coral reefs by eating dead or harmful algae. Sea turtles maintain healthy seagrass beds, which store carbon and provide habitats for fish. Plankton, though microscopic, produce over half of the world's oxygen, more than all the rainforests combined. The ocean is the planet's largest ecosystem, and its animals keep it alive. Without them, the climate would spiral out of control. Human activity has pushed many animal species to the edge of extinction. Deforestation, pollution, poaching, and climate change are destroying habitats faster than they can recover. According to the United Nations, over 1 million species are currently at risk of extinction. When animals disappear, ecosystems collapse. Fewer pollinators mean weaker crops. Fewer predators mean disease can spread through overpopulated species. Losing animals doesn't just harm nature, it harms us directly. Forests vanish, soils erode, and food systems weaken. The extinction crisis is not just a wildlife problem, it's a human survival problem. Despite the challenges, there is hope. Around the world, people are taking action to protect wildlife and restore ecosystems. Conservation programs are reintroducing endangered species into the wild. Farmers are planting flowers to help bees, communities are protecting forests and cleaning oceans. And you don't have to be a scientist to make a difference. You can support local conservation groups, plant trees, reduce plastic use, and make sustainable choices in what you buy and eat. Even simple actions, like protecting a garden for pollinators, can have lasting effects. Protecting animals means protecting the environment that sustains all life, including human life. Remember, the Earth is one living system. Every animal, plant, and person is connected in a delicate web of balance. If one part of that web breaks, everything is affected. But if we protect it, it will continue to sustain us and all generations to come. So the next time you see a bee, a bird, or even a worm in the soil, remember, they are not just simple creatures. They are the engineers, the recyclers, the guardians, and the builders of life itself. Animals are not separate from nature, they are nature. And by protecting them, we protect the planet we all call home. Because every sound of a bird, every rustle of a leaf, and every drop of ocean water reminds us of one simple truth. We share this earth, and we rise or fall together.